The president said we criminally mismanaged the economy.
Yes, he said.
He didn't provide any basis. During the State of the Nation address, he repeated it, that he inherited an economy in crisis. He did not provide any basis. I listened to the Minister for Finance at the National Economic Dialogue, even though the president had said that the minister was coming to tell the Ghanaian people the true state of the economy. I listened throughout. He did not make any basis for the conclusions, for the claims, unfounded business claims they have made. Maybe in the 2025 budget, we will hear the true state of the economy.
The point you are making, you are concerned that the president, in addressing the parliament and the nation for that matter, said that the economy had been criminally managed, but he didn't provide any basis for it.
No basis.
But is that possible?
But what is the basis?
But is that possible?
You see,
I didn't hear all the address,
No, but
is it possible for a president of the nation to say,
course.
the economy is bad, and he doesn't say,
Yes.
look at this sector, it's like this. Look at that sector, it's like this. Mr. Speaker, look at this.
No.
This economy is bad.
But
He
Paul,
didn't say anything.
But Paul, if you want to evaluate an economy,
Yeah.
there are various components of the economy.
Yeah, absolutely.
The real sector of the economy is one component. The external sector, your foreign relations,
Yeah.
international trade, as we call it. This is one other sector.
Correct.
Then you have the financial sector. These are three key components of our economy.
Even the service.
Yes.
All of us can relate to service
Of course.
sector.
But if you look at the indicators, all these indicators point to the fact that the economy was strong before we left office.
Having overcome COVID.
Yes, I haven't heard of any contrary view. Because let's look at the real sector, for example. Real GDP growth, at the time President Mahama left office, was just 3.4%.
In 17 years.
3.4%. That's 2016.
Yes, yes.
3.4%. By the end of the third quarter of last year, average 6.4% real GDP growth.
Oh, last year you mean 24?
24.
Oh, I see.
6.4% average. Compare that with 3.4%. So if somebody would say this economy was bad, it's actually not President Mahama. Because 3.4 is his best record so far. Okay.
And the post-economic COVID that he inherited was going at 6 points.
Yes, and this is an economy that was faced with COVID, that was faced with the war in Ukraine. At the time President Mahama recorded 3.4%. There was not any major external shock. What I believe they were challenged with was doomsday. But even a domestic issue like doomsday could make them record such a low performance compared with the crisis that we have faced, global crisis that everybody knows about. We managed to post a real GDP growth of 6.4%. We are waiting for the Ghana Statistical Service to release the end year GDP growth. I understand they will release it next week, around the 11th or 12th March.
End year 2024.
Yes, and you will see that.
We'll see that inflation was okay?
No, you will see. You will see that the real GDP growth for 2024 is much more than the target for 2024.
Okay, so you exceeded your target.
The target was, first of all, 3.1% at the time the 2024 budget was presented. Mid-year, it was revised to 4%. Yet the economy still did above 6%. That is not an economy that is bad. It's an economy that has recovered strongly from the crisis that we faced between 2020 and 2022. And we saw it coming systematically. Because in 2023, for example, we were expected to grow at 1.5%. We grew at 2.9%. Then for 2024, we were to grow at 3.1%, later revised to 4%, and we grew at 6.4%. That's an economy that has rebounded strongly. So if the president can say the economy was bad, it was in crisis, what is the basis?